Hi everybody, I am James the Man's Man, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Man's Kitchen. I know it's been a couple weeks. A lot of stuff has been happening around the house, been very busy. But I finally got a pasta maker. This was donated to me by a good friend and mentor of mine, Joe. And we're going to use this so I can make the ravioli for the challenge, the elimination challenge that the contestants did, where they did the egg yolk stuffed ravioli. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to make some fresh pasta here, and then we're going to boil it, and we're going to add some egg yolk ravioli. So I know that by the time you're seeing this, the show has been done for a week. And I have to do, after this, I have to do the macaroon video and the fish challenge, and then I'll be finished. So I'm hoping to get those videos to you by within 2 weeks' time of this video airing. And I want to thank all of my viewers for watching. You're starting to make this channel a little bigger than it was before. We're up to over 130 subscribers, and I want to thank you all for hitting that subscribe button. So what we've got is we got 2.5 cups of flour. We've got 4 egg yolks. We're going to make a well in the middle. We're going to make a well in the middle there. Okay. We're going to add our 4 eggs. Plop, plop, plop. We're going to put a little bit of oil in that too, and a pinch of salt. So there we go, just a bit of salt. We're going to start with our fork. I like to start out by stabbing one of the yolks. It just makes me feel good. I'm just going to start spinning this around. That's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to start spinning this around, and we're going to go a little wider each time as we start getting some flour in there. Okay? So we're going to get the flour in there. Go a little wider. Okay, when it gets to be a little too thick for the fork to do a good job, then we'll switch to our fingertips. And then when that gets to be a little tough, then we'll switch to our full hands. And that's how we're going to do this. Okay. I feel like it's been over a month since I watched this episode. But I feel like they only had 10 or 15 minutes to make one of these. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Got a little out of control. But yeah, we're going to switch to our fingers now. So we'll start with your fingertips. I don't know, making pasta has never been one of my strong suits. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Let's start switching to get our whole hand in here. Start mixing it up. If you wanted, you could have done this in a mixer. There's no reason you can't. Dough hook on it. Mix it up. Okay. You don't have to use all the flour. It depends how humid your house is. So we just get a little bit of flour for the countertop. And if your house is really dry, then you're gonna get more or less flour. If your house is really moist, like it's gonna affect how your flour absorbs the egg. So I might need to add, say, another egg if I want to use all that up. Okay. So we're just going to start kneading this out on the counter. If it was a little drier in here, then the flour would have more space to absorb egg. It wouldn't be as... like it's already lost some of its space by the moisture in the air. If it was more humid in here, then there'd be more moisture in the flour and it would have less room. So, I know camera wife Heather asked me after I'm done this to use the rest of the dough and make her a bunch of normal raviolis. So that's what we're going to do. Basically, we're just going to knead this up for the next little bit. And And I'll get back to you then. Okay, now that I've kneaded it and shaped it into a ball, I'm gonna let this thing chill out for half an hour. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on it, give it a little rub. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put it in a bowl with some saran wrap on it, and I'm gonna let it hang out for about half an hour. Okay, and we're back, and the dough is rested. So we're gonna take this ball of dough, we're gonna take a knife, give it a cut in the floor. I'm gonna put the 3 of these back in here. The saran wrap back over so they don't dry out. I'm gonna take this. Basically, we're gonna give it some CPR. Put some life into it. Breathe! Breathe! For those of you old enough to remember, my favorite TV doctor was George Clooney on ER. So we're gonna try and square this up. Get a rectangle out of it. Okay. Now, one of the reasons why this machine was donated to me is because I'm assuming there's no hand crank for it. The hand crank you packed in it doesn't fit. So I got a screwdriver. Put the screwdriver in there, it's going to turn just fine. Or, if I had a partner helping me with this, I could take this, pop it in here. I could really go with it, but I would need somebody to catch it because the handle he gave me just doesn't fit. Which is no big deal. So, we're going to take some flour. We're going to flour this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to flour this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to go with the narrow end of our rectangle in there. And we have this on the widest setting that it has.
Again. Hey?
Hmm?
It stopped.
There we go. Just a little bit of flour. A little bit of flour. Click. It's real. We've only got one more after this, and that's as tight as this machine's going to make it. There we go. There you go. So we're just going to help feed it through. Okay, and if this is getting a little too long for you, a little unmanageable, then I'm just going to give it a cut in half. Give this our final click. Okay, so we had a little technical difficulty with the camera, with the hard drive space on it, so we may have lost a little bit of the rolling, but basically all I'm doing is taking the sheet and rolling it through on progressively smaller numbers. And this is our final roll. Oh, and this is paper thin, and see, because I'm catching it the way I am and using this hand crank, it keeps. I started the dough over here and it just shot to the side. So I cut that one in half. I cut this in half last roll ago. So basically, this represents 1/8 of the dough that I made. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our water back to its boil. Which one boils faster? I think it's this one. I think that one's a little hotter. Okay. So we're gonna make our raviolis. So we're gonna square this off. I'm not quite sure how big to make these. So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. So we got our ravioli. Okay, and we're gonna make 2 of these. So get the next one from in here. Okay. And you can buy presses for these where basically you just lay the sheet in, push your stuffing into it, and then put another sheet on top, and it kind of does everything for you. Also, if you're working with a pasta maker, these are already lasagna sheets. You can just drop them in your lasagna pan. So I'm gonna grab a spoon. So I believe what they did was they put a little bed of ricotta cheese down. So we're gonna mix this up. Okay, there. So we're gonna put a little bit of ricotta cheese in there. Make a little bed for it. This one's gonna be a little smaller here. Hope this works. Okay, here's a little bit of ricotta cheese. We're gonna go to the refrigerator and get our egg yolks. Now, I separated these before when I was getting everything ready, and camera wife Heather says, you know, when they get warm, they're just gonna turn into one yolk. And I said, well, that's why I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Then she says, I'd love to see you pour them out afterwards. She did not think that was gonna work for me. She is making the funniest face right now behind the camera. Now, already on this one, I don't have enough ricotta under it. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Yes, yes. As long as you take your time and you're patient, then yes, there is. Okay. So we're just going to take a little bit of oil. Okay, we're going to rub the sides down. Okay, and this is where we got to be delicate because we want to cover this. And we don't want to break that yolk. Okay, but we want to press this down. Okay, without breaking that yolk. I want to get all the air out. Because if there's air, then that's a place for water to get. Okay. Get it nice and tight. Ooh, see this one. You know what? I'm going to put some oil on the full sheet. Okay. Because that one felt a little dry while I was doing it. Okay. And just like that one, except we have less dough to work with here. I guess if you're going to do this, you want your top sheet to be a little bit bigger than your bottom sheet. Right? And so I was thinking ahead. Okay, so we're going to take it back with a fork, and press it in, give you that nice look. So earlier, when I said, oh, we're going to let the dough rest for half an hour. And Heather says to me, but James, I don't think they let their dough rest for half an hour on the show. They only had I think they only had 15 minutes to do this. And I said to her, well, obviously they're using a different dough recipe. And then I said to her, most things in life you have three choices: quality, speed, and price. You can get things of high quality extremely fast, but they're going to cost a lot of money. You can get really cheap things of high quality, but they're going to take a while. And you can get really crappy quality really fast for a low price. Okay, good. We have a rapid boil in our water, and I already have some salt in there.
Why it's grating. Go ahead.
Okay. So I know this video might be a little choppy, but my phone is acting up quite a bit. Samsung, if you want to send me a free one, you probably don't, but if you did, that'd be cool. So the trick is to cook the pasta without cooking the egg. So we're going to put these in our water. Please don't let anything bad happen. Please don't let anything bad happen. Please don't let anything bad happen. And we're going to look at the clock. We're going to watch that clock like a hawk. It's 1:01 exactly right now. And I don't know how deep in the 1:01 we are, but I'm pretty sure I want them out before 1:02. Or maybe even 1:02 because I could be halfway through the minutes. Oh, they're floating. Usually when pasta floats, it's done. I'm just going to count to 10 and then I'm going to take them out. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Okay. Oh, and see, that's why we do two, because this one just had a structural failure. Look at all that water coming out from inside of it. This one's a fail. I can't even flip it over there. Okay, we'll grab a fork, and we'll see if this one is going to run. Oh, yeah, that's what the judges are always looking for, the egg run. And obviously all this water is pouring, geysering out of this one that opened up. Does this even taste good? If you like eggs, I've always grown up, when I grew up, we ate our eggs always sunny side up. We dipped our toast in it. That's amazing. But let's see what happens when we cut into this one. That blew open. Okay, in the water. And let's just see, it just leaks out because all this water got inside of here. And you can see even more water coming out, how runny this is. So, I had to make two of these to get one. And I'm pretty sure that's why they charge, just like Joe said, this properly made at a restaurant is a $35 dish. I get it. This is hard. It's not easy. It looks easy because it's an egg and a pasta, but it's hard. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.